The very day these two teams met for a trip to Super Bowl 50. And 10 years and 1 day later, these two franchises meet again, rebranded and rebuilt for a chance to go to Super Bowl 60. It is the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. Drake May and Jarrett Stidham. Whoever would have projected this matchup even a week ago? Didn't seem like it would be a possibility, yet here we are, one of these two teams an hour away. 4 15-minute quarters from a Super Bowl appearance. The Patriots, of course, tied as the leading franchise with 6, all thanks to Tom Brady. And Drake May looking to play hero ball. The Broncos also with their own success, mainly coming from the Elway era, and they are looking to rebrand into the Super Bowl again. They begin with the football as we're underway from Mile High Stadium here at Empower Field. And out comes Jarrett Stidham. Has not played starting quarterback football since the year 2023, and the stakes couldn't be much higher. Only one game stands between him and his Super Bowl appearance, and that is the game that he is approaching here today. What up, Lav? Doing my Ohio State quarterback road to glory right now and watching. I hope that goes well. Ohio State could use a quarterback that could get it done in the big game. And here we go. Jarrett Stidham coming out, throwing the football in his first play, and he's going deep downfield, and he's got separation. Marvin Mims Jr., 70 yards on the opening play. Are you kidding me? Nobody doesn't like Sean Payton, and it's put on full display on the opening play. Jarrett Stidham, 70-yard touchdown. And how about that to kick off the AFC Championship with the backup? Of course. What up, I Think I'm Dream? What up, Soul Grims? And what up to JP John Zeller as well? Jared might just be like that. I'm not going to lie to you. Well, I was going to throw out a poll here in a play or two, but now I guess there is some initial bias, because how about that for a start? As the point after from Will Lutz on the way, and it is good, and just like that, the Denver Broncos take a touchdown lead in less than 15 seconds. Unreal. What a start to this one. Sean Payton, of course, one of very few head coaches I feel like can get it done with a backup quarterback. And I truly believe this game will be a lot closer than people think it will be. I'm not sure if Jarrett Stidham is a Nick Foles type of player. I do know one thing, though. This Denver defense is legit. And they have been gritty all season long, winning games at the death. And this Patriots team, while also very good, very competitive, and very clutch in close games, has not played as good of a schedule, in my opinion, as the Denver Broncos. So each team will be put to their own tests here, as the Patriots are looking for a quick response with a return out to the 28-yard line. That is Peter Gaffney. That's a great point. If you know, you know. But on comes Drake May, potentially the Super Bowl attendee. Might win Super Bowl MVP and MVP. Of course, Matthew Stafford still alive in that conversation, too. Would be incredible to see two of the top candidates meet here in a couple of weeks. That is certainly a large possibility. Right side handoff goes to the Ohio State rookie. That is Travion Henderson, as he's taken down by Pat Surtain, one of the best in the business, the reigning defensive player of the year. What up, Charger fan? Peter Gaffney, a 3-time Super Bowl champ, by the way. True. This guy gets it. There you have it. Drake May now on 2nd and 7. 5-man rush coming up the middle, and down goes May. It's McMillan untouched right up the A-gap, and May is dumped, setting up 3rd and a mile here at Mile High. Telling you, all Jarrett Stidham has to do is game manage, especially with the touchdown cushion early on. And this Denver defense will take care of the field position if he can hand the football off and make the occasional first down pass on 3rd and medium to long. They can get it done. Drake May now got to go a mile at Mile High. Steps to his right, fires this one deep downfield, trying to go shot for shot, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain, the reigning defensive player of the year. And the Denver Broncos take over in plus territory. What's going on, Lila? And we just talked about number 2. Don't want to target him one-on-one, let alone in double coverage. And he comes away with the interception on a Stephon Diggs target. What a throw. Or what a start to this game, I should say. What a throw from Jarrett Stidham. And what a start for this Denver defense. Unbelievable. May have picked the wrong team. Maybe. I'm doing very, very well. I got a new setup going right now. Readjusted for my PC, which comes tomorrow. Thoroughly excited for that to arrive. And we'll move forward with that this summer. Broncos start out in plus territory on their second drive. See if they can go one play once again. Right side it goes to little Jordan Humphrey. And he will pick up 6 there on the swing pass. These two teams dealing with injuries in matching categories. Broncos have a couple of issues at wide receiver. Troy Franklin. And the Patriots with Carlton Davis with a head injury is going to have to be on the questionable list there as that rush picks up 2 to R.J. Harvey. As he had a 2-interception game last week against the Houston Texans and a defensive domination on both games. And that was a sensational performance from both of those defenses. However, C.J. Stroud feeling more generous of the two quarterbacks. Here is Stidham with time to throw on 3rd and 2. Dancing, now trying to step up, fires on the run down the field, and it's through the hands of Sutton, incomplete. And an injury to the defensive line of New England. And we will try to get a better look as to that, as I am not familiar right now with numbers, don't have my rosters here with me. That's what I get for doing pen and paper. Wonder when I'm going to transition to the digital world of doing the rosters and whatnot, but that day is not today. That I know for certain. And so Will Lutz might be called upon here unless the Broncos decide to go for it, which certainly could happen, and they will not. Sean Payton bringing out the special teams unit. 53-yarder here from Will Lutz, and the high atmosphere kick is on the way, and it's good. And so Denver adds to their lead off the turnover, and they lead at 10-0 early on in this first quarter. Nobody expected this kind of start from Denver's offense and defense combined. Maybe one of the two at the absolute best, but it is something very special brewing here. Yeah, I'll throw a quick picture in the Discord of my view for the Natty last night because it was sensational. Had a lot of fun manufacturing this here at college. Patriots taken back over from inside the 5-yard line. Return brought out to the 23. And Drake May will take over for drive number 2. Really try to get something down the field, whether it be a penalty, a lucky catch, or even an arm punt. But that one just kind of came off weird from the wrist and never paid off as he was unable to fire that one deeper downfield that he should have. Stidham was looking for the fullest postseason bump so he can get a starting job. Yes, he is. No better time to shine than now. Hoisting a 10-point lead early. That pass swatted down at the line of scrimmage by Jonathan Cooper. Denver clicking on all cylinders early on. Everyone playing their absolute heart out, and they're going to need it. Every bit of it. I formation now for New England. Here is Henderson, right side. The Buckeye going backwards. Alex Singleton. 2-yard tackle for loss. It's 3rd and forever. Yet again here for the Patriot offense. Uncharted territory right now for Mike Vrabel. And this offensive unit, 3rd and 12, pump fake. Now May goes downfield and misfires, incomplete. Interception, 3 and out. Denver taking over again. What a phenomenal start from Denver. What up, HE Pro? My divisional round matches are Lions, Vikings, Cowboys, Bucks, Browns, Colts. Hey now, Ravens, Bengals. Bryce Behringer will boot this one away, gets a running start. And a fair catch signaled for at the 35-yard line. I saw you hit 90 subscribers, by the way, EG Pro. Congratulations to you on that exciting milestone. Hope to see you hit 100 here very, very soon. Jared Stidham taking back over with 6:48 to go in the first quarter with a 10-point lead. For those of you just joining us, Denver got the game started on the opening play with a 70-yard touchdown to Marvin Mims, followed by a Pat Surtain interception and a Will Lutz field goal for the points off of turnovers. Denver kicking off drive number 3 from the 35-yard line. There is that Patriot defense. They have arrived. It is a loss of 4 on the play, and that is the New England team we expect to show up here based on how they played last week, and especially that defense. Stellar 28-16 victory back at home. As that is a high snap taken by Stidham, gets it out wide, caught by R.J. Harvey, bounces off of one tackle, and he's suplexed down at the 31, gain of just about a yard there. And now Denver faces 3rd and a mile inside their own half. Early look at our live poll here, 58% with New England. With the 12 votes that are in right now, 7-5. Not sure it's looking too good for them. Down by 10. Still plenty of football to be played as it's 3rd and 13. Stidham going deep again down the middle. Separation, and at the 35-yard line, it's Evan Ingram. Flipping field position and flipping the vibes in the stands at Denver. Thing of beauty from Jared Stidham. What a Mr. Phantom. You can smell a 17-14 win on Sunday. I said earlier, it's going to be a one-score game no matter what. That's just the vibe of this game. It's not an Eagles-Commanders to me. We'll see what happens. Denver going I formation here. Right side handoff is going to hit the exterior to Badie, and that's going to be a 2-yard pickup. Rip Bears football. Told my one friend, I don't think I've ever been more gutted for a non-Browns team than I have been for the Chicago Bears this past week. That hurt. I love that football team. Midway through the first quarter, Stidham from under center gets it outside, incomplete to Evan Ingram. Catch number 2, he'll make it a more 3rd and manageable. J.K. Dobbins might be able to play Sunday. Kind of forgot about him, actually, yeah. That's a good point. That would be a nice scoop up heading towards the AFC title game. Might have to stick him at receiver at this point, though. Really only 3 fully healthy receivers on this Denver roster right now, which is why little Jordan Humphrey getting so many touches. Is Harvey on the screen pass, blown up by Spillane. And R.J. Harvey will lose a yard. And now on 4th and 4, what will Sean Payton do this time? This is definitely a decision. Already a 2-score game. But he is going to play conservatively here, taking all the points he can get early on. 46-yarder from Will Lutz. Taking his time, it's on the way, and it's good. Denver ahead 13-0. 13 points on the board before the Patriots can even pick up positive yardage. Not even a first down, not even a touchdown. A play that goes in the right direction. Unbelievable. Pat should be back. They might elevate Elijah Moore, though. That is true. I was reading online because I wanted to get these rosters as correct as possible. And I think I sat Pat for this game, but I also sat Carlton Davis, so I thought that was fair on both ends. Both are going to be dealing with head injuries. Usually that takes a week or 2 to recover from, so try to play it as safe as possible there as the Patriots get their return out to the 27-yard line. Drake May taking back over, needing an offensive spark. Can he find it here on the 3rd New England drive? Don't forget, tomorrow night coming up, we have got the Rams and the Seahawks, the NFC Championship game at 8 p.m. Eastern. Kind of flipping up the schedule a little bit. Highlights coming out Thursday and Friday for these 2 games respectively, as the Patriots just trying to find a positive play, and they will this time, in a first down, their first of the game, to Demario Douglas. It took a while. That's a 14-yard pickup and a New England first down. Good ball there from Drake May. Somebody please break the 4-way 75 XP tie. I love this YouTube fan thing. So goofy, but it's cool. And again, May with one running back in the backfield. Sets his feet, fires it downfield, nearly picked off again, but he gets it in there, completes to Hunter Henry. First catch today for the tight end. What is good? Flash Gordon. I was starting for the Bears. I went in thinking the Rams. Both teams are in my respect list. Don't love them. Don't hate them either. Pretty neutral. Game is crazy. Just a great, entertaining game for a neutral. Patriots trying to cross the 50-yard line here in the first quarter. Handoff goes to Henderson. Got a downfield block, and Henderson sheds one tackle, and Surtain saves the touchdown. And so, that's a Patriot first down into Bronco territory. What is good, A-Rod? How we doing? A-Rod, you missed your chance to say watch this interception. It happened early on. The very first Patriot drive, as a matter of fact. Drake May got a little turnover happy, but sure, there will probably be more in the future based on the pace of play here in Denver. May steps up and fires it downfield and nearly right on cue. It should have been. 2 hands for good measure, and it still wasn't enough for the interception. Wow. Did Drake the schedule May make everyone watch this interception? Yes, he did. Drake May nearly fired his second pick in there. Now 2nd and 10. Screen pass out there, caught by Henderson. Got a heck of a block, fights off a tackle, and Trevion Henderson inside the red zone. About the only guy on either side of the football putting up a strong fight here in the opening 10. And so New England a step closer to bringing us back within a score. 13 yards away from their opening points here in the AFC Championship. Ball up top, caught by Douglas, working up the sideline, and he's just about to the first down at the 3. Got to cheer for Stafford in his Hall of Fame resume at this point. That's probably a pretty good choice. Seattle was my Super Bowl pick pre-playoffs, so I'm going to stick with them. But I would not mind any of these teams. Really, I don't know about the Patriots. Any other, I'd be cool winning it. Stevenson checking in for Henderson. He'll get the left side handoff, bounces off a tackle, and fights his way into the end zone. We're back within 7 in Denver. All right, that is an emphatic response from Drake May and company. They march down the field and find the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson on his opening carry, breaking the play. Surprised he didn't fumble? Might be doing the future. We'll see. Drake, the fake MVP schedule, May, my favorite fraud. We cannot keep, these nicknames cannot continue. They can't do it. Andres Borregales is on for the point after it sips. High snap brought down nicely, though, and that'll be a successful points after. Of course, we are always prepared now for a blocked kick, a muffed extra point, a blocked punt. Anything is possible now in these new and improved Madden simulations. Mike Vrabel talking to the official there. A couple things he might not like in that secondary. I am not reading that one, A-Rod. I will read it in my head. I'm not going to try to speak that one. Just can't handle if the Pats only have 5 down seasons to get back to a dynasty. Yeah, true enough. I think the AFC is too strong now for them to be a dynasty. But we'll see. Denver taking over. Their lead cut down to 6 as Marvin Mims on the return out across the 25-yard line. That's where Jared Stidham will begin drive number 4. Got this game started with a bang. The Broncos have scored on all 3 of their possessions, though. And if you're a Denver fan, no complaints there. With the absence of your starting quarterback, Broncos fans had about 30 minutes of the greatest times of their lives, at least in the last decade, until they heard the news about Bo Nix. R.J. Harvey begins in the backfield here. On 1st and 10, the handoff goes to number 12, and he fights forward for about 5 up to the 30-yard line. Crazy to think that this game is 10 years and 1 day after the final edition of Manning versus Brady. One of the greatest football games ever played between likely the 2 greatest of all time in the NFL is R.J. Harvey going backwards again. He'll lose 3 on the handoff. Chasing R.J. Harvey down for a loss in the backfield. Denver again facing 3rd down. Don't have to snap it here in the first quarter, but they will anyway. Here goes Jarrett Stidham. Step it up. Dancing. Firing. Down the field. It's caught. Cortland Sutton turns up the sideline and across the Patriot 40. What a way to end the first quarter. And at the end of one, it is the Broncos in the driver's seat with a 13-7 lead and the only turnover from Pat Surtain. One heck of a start for the Denver Broncos. Jared, how did I get here? Stidham legacy game incoming. True. If you're Jarrett Stidham, though, like, you might feel like you have a lot to lose in the moment, but overall, it couldn't have been better for him. What an opportunity for the kid. All the weight of Denver, though, on his shoulders here in the next 3 quarters. He'll go right side this time. It is hauled into R.J. Harvey, and he'll pick up 6 through the air that time. Right back into Will Lutz territory. We'll see what happens. No party like a Stiddy party? Oh, dear. Please tell me you came up with that. That's awesome. That is magnificent. Denver going 3 tight end set here on 2nd and 4. Stidham off the play action. Steps up, looking to take off, and he will. And pick up a yard. He has got to stay healthy. Making sure he doesn't take a risky hit. Or even get tackled for that matter. Sam Ehlinger is the backup if push really comes to shove. Wasn't Stidham the number 1 overall recruit out of high school? I believe it. First minute going by here in the second quarter. R.J. Harvey in the pre-snap motion. Stidham now working from the empty on 3rd and 3. Checks it down. It's going to be hauled in right outside the red zone. It's a first down. Yet again for Denver. No complaints there. Denver moving the chains yet again. Why not? Lil Jordan Humphrey on the receiving end that time. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Saints legend, by the way. Look at the Saints ex-wide receivers going crazy. Rashid Shaheed, too. Why not? First and 10 at the Patriot 22-yard line. And Stidham taking this one himself. So much for not taking contact as he runs right into it willingly to the 18-yard line. Apparently Jarrett Stidham's nickname is Big Carrot Jared. Still not as good as Big Dick Nick or Horse Cocklock, unfortunately, but it'll suffice for the moment. 4-yard pickup there on the quarterback keeper. Stidham again, well protected, fires this one to the end zone, and it's caught. R.J. Harvey with the touchdown catch. Jarrett Stidham on a heater early on in the contest with a Super Bowl berth on the line. He wants more than just that. How about a job in the future, Jarrett Stidham? And I'm not talking about the same one Carson Beck is probably going to be working here very shortly. Point after coming for Will Lutz. Trying to reestablish a 13-point Denver lead, which he does, the largest of the game yet again, as Jarrett Stidham leads the Denver offense 8 plays, 75 yards in 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Another magnificent drive. Wondering about Stidham running the Knicks playbook in this one? Honestly, I think they've done a pretty good job of it. He has moved around the pocket very nicely, only one design quarterback run, and then one scramble, which I felt like he made the right decision on. Other than that, though, he has done everything about how I would expect, and probably a little bit better in terms of his accuracy and going through the motions and the mechanics, but there you happen to have it. New England will receive from the 4-yard line, and their special teams will get him out to the 25. What up, Saints? Who are you? Speaking of Saints legends, who's excited for year 2 of Chuck Norris? This guy. Hey, the Browns play the Saints next year, man. I'm hyped for that. That'll be a lot of fun. I think. I hope. We'll see. Trying to think if that'll be a home or an away game this year. based on the past, I think that would be a road game because we played you guys at home in 2022. But it'll still be fun. Drake May back to work, fires this one, caught by Hunter Henry as he breaks away from Alex Singleton. It'll pick up 18. Brown Saints 26, going to be legendary. Shuck versus Shadur. I'm here for it. Why not? Stidham would actually be willing to sit in the pocket more. Yes, he probably would be. Bronco fans on their feet here at Empower Field. Handoff goes to Henderson again, and it's Talanoa Hufanga who makes the tackle following a 3-yard pickup. Boy, would San Francisco love to have had him back. And their 35-point loss in the divisional round. Seattle won that game from the opening kickoff when they recorded an earthquake on the Richter scale after the Rashid Shaheed kick return touchdown to get that game underway. Seattle right now feeling like the heavy favorite to win the Super Bowl here with the Final Four team still alive as the handoff goes to Henderson again. And that's another Bronco first down given up. Is every Browns game an away game? No. Browns fans show up, man. Not at all. Browns fans travel extremely well, too. I think we're probably up there. Fullback in the backfield here, as is Henderson. May, though, keeps the football. Fires near sideline. It's caught by Henry. Nice readjustment there on the hands. He'll pick up a half dozen. Yeah, Browns fans are definitely there. That is for sure. But yeah, I think anybody else think Browns-Falcons, which will be in Cleveland this year, that might be a Sunday night football game. We'll see. Denver showing blitz on a 2nd and 4. Man in motion as May going to fire it down the middle, and it's hauled in. Patriots get a big first down conversion. Much needed Kayshon Boutte. Near the midway point of the 2nd quarter. And so Denver surrenders another first down. Drake May back to work on 1st and 10. 4-man rush this time. Denver sitting back in coverage, and maybe they shouldn't have. Stephon Diggs with a highlight reel play and a Patriot touchdown. Unbelievable. Pure athleticism from number 8. Left in single coverage and a regrettable decision as Riley Moss will cough up the touchdown. Wow. If you've ever met a Chargers fan, they're an industry plant. They might be. I mean, again, it's not their fault. There were a lot of Chargers fans in San Diego. I will say that. But it's hard to find one loyal to LA. Just feel bad for teams that get their franchise ripped from their city. Not fair to them. As a Browns fan who didn't experience that, but felt the after effects, it's not the best feeling in the world as that snap was extremely low. And the hold took a minute, but the extra point is up and good, giving the Patriots more life, down by 6 again. Named Moss getting mossed. Yeah, it's got it written in the stars, probably, wouldn't it? Chargers fan in Canada. Wow, that is a crazy pull. No more former Chargers fans that hate the Chargers than current Chargers fans. Yeah, that's probably a real stereotype. It's all Dean Spanos' fault. Fun fact, the Chargers actually started in LA. That is true. That is true. Good history of the game there. As the Broncos will take back over in a shootout just like everyone expected. Out to the 27-yard line, Jarrett Stidham will get another drive started. Look at the stats from a backup quarterback. 10 for 11, 182, and 2 touchdowns. More TDs than incompletions. Just like we all predicted. Right, everybody? Surely. Just unbelievable. Crazy world we live in. Jarrett Stidham back to work off the play action. Blitz is coming, and down goes Stidham. Gibbons got there first, but he got some help along the way from Milton Williams. And the Patriots make a big stand on first down. Jared, I'm just happy to be here, Stidham, lighting it up for what? For a job, man. This is his life on the line in terms of a career. How will you be going down as remembered? Being the guy that, oh well, Bo Nix went down and it was over. Or the hero, the knight in shining armor that nobody thought could. 2nd 15, it's Stidham again. This time sets up the screen pass to Evan Ingram, the tight end down the sideline, trying to stay upright. And he'll spin forward to pick up an extra yard or two. Good play call there from Sean Payton. It's 3rd and 4. Auditioning to be the Jets quarterback next year. I don't think anybody wants to play QB for the Jets. There's a team that should relocate. It should be them. Although that probably won't change too much. 3rd and much more manageable. Bunch formation right side is starting to evolve into something not so pretty as Stidham has to fire an incompletion. Nothing more to work with there. And he flies that one out of bounds and completes. 4:10 to go in the first half. And the first punt of the game for Jeremy Crawshaw. Crawshaw takes the snap. Clean exchange. And a booming kick returnable from the 15-yard line, and a running start there for Marcus Jones out to the 25-yard line. He ain't read that Bella Danger message. He ain't read that. No, he, speaking of Bella Danger, that's a crazy transition point. She was on camera at the national championship game. I just saw that like maybe 30 minutes ago. More than that, probably an hour ago. They panned the camera to a Bella Danger? Wow. 4 minutes to go before halftime, and the Patriots with a chance to take their first lead. It's May coming out firing, and complete to Diggs. Stephon Diggs, fresh off the touchdown catch, able to pick up an opening play first down. In all seriousness, though, what are our thoughts on the national title game? I thought it was a lot more entertaining than it was on paper. I was very satisfied. Mendoza, in all likelihood, going #1 overall to the Raiders. Tom Brady in the house as well for the national championship. May going downfield to get up the play action, and Henry with the soft hands. Comes down with a completion, 23-yard pickup, and the Patriots really eager to take a halftime lead. Cameraman put his job on the line. In all fairness, apparently she graduated from Miami, so there is some relevance. Time ticking away here. May on a quick fire inside to Diggs, and a great catch and run from number 8. Feel like wherever he goes, success goes as well. Stephon Diggs, a part of many teams that have made runs, all of which have stopped promptly at the conference title game. Minnesota back in 2017. Bills a handful of times as well, and now here with the Patriots, finally trying to get himself one step further. Handoff going to Henderson, meets a brick wall named Zach Allen. And he'll lose a arm. Mendoza is legit, and his haters don't know ball. Sorry, Mendoza got a lot of doubt all year, couldn't stand it. Fair enough. I was one of the doubters. I said he couldn't get it done against a legit team. He did, multiple times. Time ticking down before the 2-minute warning. Denver rushing a 5th man, not going to work out for him. To Mario Douglas underneath. And that is just high IQ, pocket-aware football from Drake May, knowing who was going to be open with the strong side blitzer. 2-minute warning. Here we go. 20 yards away from a lead. May going to pump and now fire inside. Caught by Douglas. And he picks up 9.5 on first. What is good, SM? How we doing, my friend? Ooh, A-Rod friend on the downfall with Drake May. I'm here for it. I'm here for a Broncos shocking winning game as a timeout taken by Denver here. Very, very late timeout with 1:40 to go, but there was about, 25 seconds left on that play clock. And then they come out of the huddle. Very, very interesting decision there, but Denver at this point, hoping they get the football back before halftime, and they can drive the field with Jarrett Stidham. 2nd down and a foot here for Drake May as he fires another inside ball. It's 1st and goal. Keyshawn Booty. Good fire from Drake May. And so timeout number 2 taken by Denver, which should guarantee themselves a possession again, so long as they are not penalized on this possession. First and goal, though. Patriots looking to answer with a haymaker of their own. May gonna fire another inside ball, nearly picked off by Drake Greenlaw. Another former Niner they really could have used. They were significantly thin at linebacker towards the end of the postseason run they had. Took out the Eagles, though, so that's a proud sacrifice they made. Very proud of those guys. Stops the clock with a $1:34. Low snap that time. May will suffice with it and fight up top. Diggs almost got to the pylon. Will be half a yard short. And the final timeout taken wisely by the Denver Broncos. What is good, Blaker? Looking forward to see the Broncos in the Super Bowl against the Seahawks. You think we're going to get a Super Bowl 48 rematch? I like it. Certainly possible. Less likely than a Super Bowl 49 rematch, but we'll see. Third down at a half yard. Handoff goes to the fullback up the middle, and the door is slammed shut again by Nick Bonito. Another guy in talks of Defensive Player of the Year a couple of years ago. And Bonito up the middle. Going to make this a tough decision for the Patriots. And they will play just as conservatively. Borregales is on for an 18-yard chip shot just before the break gets up and good. Patriots, understanding they get the ball to begin the second half, would rather bring it within a field goal at Mile High, where essentially once you cross the 50, you're in field goal range no matter who you got kicking it. I like it. I think we need to have this discussion at C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. Right now, Bryce Young, 100%. Career-wise, though, definitely C.J. I would feel much better if my quarterback was Bryce Young right now, though, than C.J. Stroud. So I'm going to go with Bryce Young. That being said, I don't think Bryce Young is great. He's okay. Stroud right now is bad. Broncos will try to find some points here before halftime. Marvin Mims on the return to the 26. One issue, though, is that Denver had to burn all of their timeouts, and more time came off the clock because of the tackle inbounds there. Ohio State basketball in overtime. Might have to throw this game on my phone real quick. Not going to lie. Have this on in the background as well. Big Buckeye basketball fan. Hopefully we can make March Madness this time. We'll see. 42 seconds and no timeouts to work with for Jared Stidham. Getting it started with a screen pass and a poor decision. 6-yard loss will take him into the locker room. What up, Cisco? Appreciate the support, my friend. Glad to have you in here right before the break. And Denver will probably just take us to the end of the opening half. Stidham, though, will take one more step, hand this one off to R.J. Harvey, see if he can get a couple of blocks down the sideline, which he does, but it won't be enough. We have reached halftime here in Denver. An offensive barn burner with Denver coming out hot early. New England kind of icing their wounds down the stretch. It is Denver 20, New England 17 at the break. 20 minutes of action away from a Super Bowl berth at Mile High. And here we go. Patriots to receive the second half kickoff. What a OBJ visual. Stroud should have been benched at half. I think he was one more pick away, probably. What's good, Noah? It's Jarrett Stidham. But the D and the T, it gets very mixed up a lot. Especially with this cheap microphone. Got a new one, by the way, today. That is high-powered and very efficient. Not sure I'll use it for streams, but it ran me about $150. It's a good investment. I like it a lot. So, might use that in the future. But using my $50 headset still, which has gotten us all the way through this season, I can't be too upset about it. CSU made March Madness last year, and now we're just terrible this season. That Colorado State team was one bucket away, one missed bucket from the Sweet 16, though. Patriots begin the second half with a football and a handoff up the middle, which goes nearly nowhere. Henderson had to fight to pick up a yard. And it'll bring up second down and 9. More Sean Payton enforcing his will. We may watch this interception. Maybe. What up, Dodo? Patriots going to switch it up at the line here. Drake May seeing something he likes in this coverage. Play clock down to 8. Quick passes whipped out left side. Caught by Henry. Tried to stay in bounds. Could not maintain balance. And he'll pick up 6. Bo Nix not in the game. Jarrett Stidham time, baby. Here we go. Can UMass make the dance? Anybody can make the dance. All they got to do is win their conference tournament. And that's the beauty of it. 3rd and 3. Denver fans on their feet, trying to rally their defense for a stop. Not going to happen this time. Demario Douglas pulls free and picks up the first. Yeah, shocking news. I still cannot fathom that he broke a bone in his ankle. Like, if he didn't complain about the pain, do you think he would be playing on Sunday? I think he would be. I don't know. Just don't know. May again off the bootleg. Here comes a chasing blitzer, and he's going to dump May again. Drake May never stood a chance. It is Turner right up the middle. Who do I got winning on Sunday? I'm taking the Patriots 24-16 and the Seahawks 34-24, giving us a rematch of Super Bowl 49 nearly 11 years later. PJ Locke interception. That could happen. That would be sick. It is possible. After a 9-yard loss on the play. May backpedaling again. Barely got that screen away. It is caught by Henderson, and he's laid out by Greenlaw. As Drake May gets over the 200-yard passing mark with that dink and dunk. But it's a rough play. Physically on the body of his running back. And after all that, back to 3rd and 10. May again, heaving this one downfield. Going for it all, single coverage on Surtain, and PS2 wins again. Kayshon Boutte broke away for a moment, but you can't put a football behind your receiver and expect it to not get broken up by one of the best in the business. Pat Surtain adds a pass breakup to his earlier interception. As a rough step there and no punt being gotten off that time. Denver will take over. Special teams special for a reason. Turner comes flying up the middle for an incredible play. Unbelievable. I wish the crowd was more reactive to that. That kind of made it a little bit melancholy. That was unfortunate, but what a play. Not even a blocked kick. That'll go down as a tackle for loss at the end of it. Unbelievable. Denver taking over with their best starting field position of the day. And the handoff goes to Harvey. 3-yard pickup to get their drive started. What up, Nathan Mankill? I got the Broncos. I would love to see it happen too. More than open to it. I truly think, though, it doesn't matter who wins this game. I think the NFC does have the Super Bowl champion in the bag this year. We'll see. What's good, Chili? Second down at 7. Patriots showing blitz again. They will drop their linebackers as Stidham is going to be dropped down himself. 8-yard loss that time. And the Patriot defense really wake it up. Chisson again makes a big-time play. No stranger to making these type of plays in third quarter crunch time. Broncos winning the bowl without Stidham. I just can't see it. I don't think Stidham is Nick Foles. Not going to lie. Maybe. Just maybe. Third down at 15. Jared Stidham with 5 receivers all wide. Steps right and he's sacked again. Taken down by big Milton Williams. And a turnover on downs in plus territory turns into a likely punt coming up here for Jeremy Crawshaw. Unless they want Will Lutz to attempt a 57-yarder, which might have more risk than reward. See what the decision is here. They will kick. Will Lutz on for a 57-yard attempt. Hit the game winner last week. This one on the way and no good. Wide to the right. Patriots take over at the 46-yard line. And he hooked it. And again, the momentum swing is heavy. Crazy. That is wild. We have 28 votes now in our poll, by the way. Those have shot up. I think the live view counter is kind of busted. But of the 28 votes, 61% on the Pats, and they're looking pretty good right now after that missed kick and a couple of big defensive plays. They are back to work after the special teams miscue. May from the 47. Play action again. Zips this one to the sideline. Stephon Diggs pulling free. First down to New England. A great reminder to all of you guys to not forget to drop a like down below. Really helps this one get out and about on the YouTube algorithm. If you are new, which I have seen at least one new face in the stream, don't forget to drop a subscription. Got the Rams and Seahawks live stream coming up tomorrow. Highlights for these two on Thursday, Friday. Looking forward to a terrific week of football coming up as the pass down the middle, hauled in yet again. Look like Kayshon Boutte. Right around a first down, about a pair short. So close to getting that Bears-Niners rematch. True. I don't think Broncos defense is better than the Texans. I would agree. I agree with that take. 2nd and 2. Handoff inside, goes to Henderson. Spin move in the mix, and he's inside the red zone. Patriots threatening to once again take their first lead. Henderson has run the ball better than anybody else in this game. Seen the football on the ground significantly more. And then Ramondre Stevenson, who does have the touchdown on his opening carry, though. It's May from the 14, 1st and 10. What kind of pressure will Denver send this time? Just a rush to 4. Sail football in the direction of PS2 and nearly his 2nd interception. Alex Singleton also in hot pursuit. Winds up harmless, though, in the end. Stopping the clock with 4:20 left in the 3rd. Drake May clapping his hands again at the line. Fire this one down the middle and into the end zone. Hunter Henry ties the game at 20. And another statement drive from New England. And this will give them their lead, actually. My apologies. 23-20. Their first of the game. Hunter Henry. There you go. Hunter Henry was a fantasy blessing this past season. That was a good take. Didn't love losing a left tackle or middle linebacker. The Packers won either. Not just that. So I got sent home. I mean, honest to goodness, team shouldn't have made it as far as they did, based on the injuries they had to endure, but they kind of lost promptly. As the point after from Borregales is on the way and good. More special team slowness there, almost costing the Patriots again. I would recommend a new long snapper if I were New England. You know, nobody ever mentions this, but it's possible that Jared might actually play good for all 4 quarters as opposed to Bo. That could mean something. It's true. That's a fair take. I'm giving him a fair shot, as I believe he should be given. There are just way too many doubters. But here's the thing. Too many people are also doubters of the Patriots, so it kind of creates this weird parallel where nobody thinks either team can win. So I guess it's whoever's less bad in their eyes, but I do think these two teams are very good. Just not as good as the top dogs maybe in the NFC. Big hit on the return there from Marvin Mims out to the 27. And more action for Jarrett Stidham. We have had an awesome game so far to kick off championship weekend. More offense than I could have asked for. I think the over-under for this game is 40.5, and we nearly cashed that before halftime. How about it? Denver taking over, facing their first deficit of the afternoon, and they get us started with a handoff to R.J. Harvey, 6-yard pickup. He has also been running the ball fairly smoothly in this one. Just hasn't seen it as much as Travion Henderson. Super Bowl 48 rematch. Here we come. Maybe. We'll see. Time ticking, under 4 to go now in the third quarter. Outside handoff goes to Harvey. Wonderful open field tackle made. And it saved the first down and probably a lot more. Pats over Texans was her only correct pick. To be fair, if C.J. Stroud didn't mess up the timeline, handing the Patriots that football game, she probably would be 0-10. Denver offense has got to find their stride like they had in the first quarter. Handoff on 32 to Harvey, and he gets there with a second effort. Just hardly. Rather the Patriots face the Rams, I want to see the two MVP candidates going at it. I love that take. It's a good point. We are almost guaranteed a Super Bowl rematch, which is very exciting. Denver eventually finds their way to the line to gain. Stidham again, backpedaling, steps right, looking to take off, and there go the wheels of Jarrett Stidham with first down yardage. Across the 50-yard line, back into Patriot territory. And a huge standing ovation from the Denver faithful. Yeah, Rams, Broncos, we'll see. Hand off to Harvey. Harvey tries to go left side, and good luck with that. Kyrus Tonga right up the middle. Big fella with no regard for human life, as Kevin Harlan once said. Loss of a yard on the play, back to the 49. Headed towards the fourth quarter. 3 receiver out there for Stidham. On 2nd and 11, take it down again. Sacked for the 4th time today. And an injury, that is Powers. That's a huge loss for this Broncos offensive line. And they have been bitten badly by this injury bug. Wow. Broncos now got to climb another uphill battle. Can Stidham bring him out of the rubble? Lofting this one down the field, it's incomplete. Looking for Evan Ingram, trying to use his verticality to the best of their ability. And he is planted. And incompletion for Jarrett Stidham. Looks like the first half of insanity run might be wearing off for Jarrett Stidham, as Crawshaw will try to pin the Patriots inside their own 10. And this is some pretty good work, landing at the 7-yard line and trickling into the end zone for a touchback. Not a bad effort there from Jeremy Crawshaw, as Drake May has certainly cleaned up his act. 75% now, 247, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Looking a lot better. Evan Ingram is not Randy Moss. He did have the height advantage there, but not a really good look. I guess if that's your play call on 3rd and forever, can't be too mad about it when you punt it away and put the Patriots at their own 20. Pats offense back out there. Drake May with a quarterback keeper. Breaks the first wave of tackles, and PS2 sits him down after a dozen gain. Almost a bingo punt, nearly. Technically, we got a bingo punt, but it wasn't really a punt. Special teams miscue and misfortune. Drake May will guarantee play better in a warm setting. That is a good point. I do agree with that. Final minute of the third quarter. Outside handoff goes to Henderson. Everyone wear an orange bit on that one. And Henderson down the sideline in plus territory. Goes from the 32 to the opponent 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 33 yards. And a huge New England first down. What a play from Travion. slowly working his way up to 100 yards rushing. And he'll get a chance to add to it here up the middle. Alex Singleton takes him down after a 3-yard pickup. You see there, averaging 8.5 yards per carry. As we are probably right around a play away from the fourth quarter. Might hit it here, actually. See if the Pats want to snap it again. May line up in the empty. And he will take the snap here to end the third quarter. It is dropped by Hunter Henry. And we'll have 3rd and 7 to kick off the fourth from Empower Field at Mile High Stadium. The AFC Championship comes down to the final 10 minutes. Patriots 24, Broncos 20. Who is heading to Santa Clara? We'll find out in about 10 minutes' time. What a game we've had so far. What's a game indeed. Here we go. Final 10 minutes. Patriots should be in field goal range. Caleb going to win MVP over the next 3 years. That is a hot take. Blazing hot take. And I think Caleb will be a pretty good guy. But it's a hot take for me. Fourth quarter underway. Who is heading to Santa Clara next week? In motion. It's Henderson. Snap taken by May. Down the field he goes, and he connects with Hunter Henry, and he survives the hit from Riley Moss as he celebrates over top of him. Wow. What a play. That is a huge hit. For an even bigger catch. May win MVP this year? I don't know about this year. May going up top, connecting. Kayshon Boutte out of bounds at the 11. And what a touchdown would do right now for this Patriot offense cannot be measured by words. It would be an incredible swing of the pendulum that might just magnetize to their pole. Once and for all. Stevenson and Henderson, both in the backfield. On 2nd and 6. May again. Fires underneath, caught by Diggs, extends forward, and it's 1st and goal. Riley Moss is getting fried. Not his best day. Goal to go again for New England. And what does Denver have up their sleeve? Got to think about bringing more pressure here with their backs against the wall and their heels in the end zone. Boutte's in motion. Handoff goes up the middle to Henderson, and he's down to the 2-yard line. Still the Bears Super Bowl. Don't we all want our team to win it all? I'd like to see my team win the division. How about that for a starting point? We'll see if we get there. One more touchdown and it's over. A field goal, though. Maybe not. We'll see. Drake May on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw the football. Pressure coming. Gets it out complete to Henderson. And he's in for the touchdown. New England with their largest lead of the AFC title game. Wow. Last gasp of the football for Drake May as he took a punishing hit, but it's worth it for the Patriots score. Browns got a while for a division win. Do they, though? I mean, I'm not going to lie. The Steelers are really taking steps in the wrong direction. Ravens looking for a new coach. They might take a year to adjust. The Bengals can never stay healthy. I don't know, man. We'll see. Borgala's zone for the point after, and it's blocked, which will keep it a 10-point game. And there it is. The blocked PAT bingo, and that one might be significant. Touchdown and a field goal. All the Broncos need now. Henderson has played a hell of a game, no doubt. Easily the AFC Championship MVP. Did they do that, actually? Does the NFL award Conference Champions MVP? I wonder. They do not. Okay, interesting. Broncos will take over. Down by 10 and no signs of life on the offensive end. I know the NBA does that, right? They have a most valuable Eastern and Western Conference player, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't happen, though, in the NFL. Kind of wish it did. These games mean a lot. Pats is just too much to handle, even if it's not an offense. Defense has stepped it up. That is true. Even if the Broncos defense could play their hearts out tomorrow, it might not mean enough in the end. We'll see, though. Denver hanging on to dear life. Needing a Jared Stidham, a legacy drive or two here as the check down is caught by Marvin Mims. So 4-yard pickup there. Marcus Jones, I should say, flexing. Let the Broncos fans and all know that the Patriots are less than 8 minutes away from another Super Bowl appearance. Stidham again. 4-man rush approaching. Firing down the field. It's hauled in by Courtland Sutton. What a throw from Stidham. And that's a big chain mover. Physically. And in a literal sense. Literary, I should reemphasize. That is significant. Broncos going to slow down the offense a little bit here. Play action. Stidham again. Thinks he has somebody open, and he absolutely does. It's Evan Ingram. First down at the Patriot 40. And Cisco with the $2 dono. Welcome, my friend, to the donation list. And I believe, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly, you would now make the 28th all-time donor on this channel. Much appreciated, my friend. Glad you tuned in tonight. 3 tight end set yet again here for the Broncos. Handoff goes to Harvey, left side. Good vision from R.J. Harvey. Chargers hiring Mike McDaniel? No. Are they actually? At OC? Surely not. Unless that, just happened. That'd be nuts. 2nd and 2, Jared Stidham. Into field goal range already, but he wants more. Quarterback keeper, and Spillane says, sit down. Stidham takes a heavy hit. That is a big hit on a quarterback that really is probably having to be more fragile than he actually is. You got to take care of him. What up? Eggs off. Long time no see. Nearing the midway point of the 4th quarter. Big 3rd and 2 upcoming. Patriots sit in coverage. Stidham running out of time, and he's sacked again. Christian Barmore takes him down just about outside of field goal range. Will Lutz missed from 57 earlier. This would be a 56-yarder, but you feel like they have to kick. I feel like they have to kick. Most definitely. Probably have to at this point. We'll see. And that is the choice that they make. Will Lutz on for a 56-yarder, trying to right his wrongs from the left hash. Kick on the way, and good. And we're back within a touchdown here at Empower Field. How important was that blocked extra point? We will find out in due time. Just past the midway point of the 4th quarter. Will it be the last period? Will we have one more? This is an exciting playoff game. I love streaming the postseason. Always feel like I don't have too much to worry about on a personal level. More of a leisure stream where I could talk to the chat, get our predictions going. As I'm going to end the live poll here, 30 votes are in at 63% on the Pats. See if they can hang on here with a touchdown lead. Pull return out to just the 25-yard line. And the Patriots are probably a field goal away from Super Bowl 60. Travion Henderson, 87 yards rushing. And he has been incredible on the ground and through the air today. Making some big-time plays. Drake May has heated up as this game has gone on. Can they keep it together? That is the question. I formation to open up a critical drive for Drake May. He'll fire this one, caught by Hunter Henry. Football loose. It's Dre Greenlaw. Scoops it up, and he's got an entourage down the sideline. Touchdown, Denver. And the script has flipped entirely. Unbelievable. That Denver defense simply refuses to throw in the towel. It's the former Niner, down the sideline, and an extra point away from a tie game again. Unreal. Didn't take long for the drama to spill over. Casual Patriots play. You felt like they were due to turn it over again. And Hunter Henry could not get the elbow down. Reviewed already. Lutz is on for the point after, and that's almost blocked, but it's up and good, and we're tied again. Each team has had their fair share of special teams issues today. Lutz missed a 57-yarder. Borregales had a point after blocked. The Patriots also had a poor snap on a punt, which led to a TFL on 4th and forever. And set Denver up. They wouldn't score off that, though. Will Lutz missed the field goal actually following that miscue, which is crazy in itself. This is accurate. I don't know if 30-30 is exactly the score I would have projected, but why not? Unbelievable. Patriots again with the football, and they will have to score to win this game now. Drake May coming back out after a mistake he could have done nothing about. Did his job to perfection that time. Stuck it right in there to Hunter Henry, right at the sticks. Would have moved the chains. Trey Greenlaw ripped it out and took it himself. Forced fumble, fumble recovery, touchdown, gets the hat trick. Patriots have outgained the Broncos by 100 yards, and it doesn't matter. We're tied. May gets hammered down to the backfield by Benito, and the pass broke it up. Yet again, guess who? Trey Greenlaw. Feel like it would be either a Greenlaw or a Henderson MVP at this point, if we had to give an unofficial one out. 2nd and 10, though. May again going to have to work another miracle. Firing this one complete. Kayshon Boutte picks up the first down, and Greenlaw feeling himself. My goodness. He is getting a drug test after the game immediately. I'm sanctioning that effective when he steps foot in the locker room. 4 to go in the 4th quarter. As loud as it has been all evening here at Mile High. Low snap control. May down the middle stays composed and delivers. It's Travion Henderson. Drake May over 300 passing yards. Over on 2. Drake May fumbles come Sunday under. He might have one. He'll probably have one. We'll see. Don't think God can help the Cowboys at this point. I think Jerry Jones might just have to bite the dust before that happens. 8-yard pickup for Henderson again. He has been the MVP for this offense thus far. That could change, though. Kayshon Boutte with a clutch first down catch. I love the announcer saying, Boutte. It's so far. That is awesome. Patriots back in the driver's seat after the turnover. As we head inside of 3 minutes to go. Couple more yards into comfortable Andres Borregales range. They will get that here with Henderson again. First down, Patriots. And there is his 100th rushing yard of the AFC Championship. National champion last year with Ohio State. This spotlight he is no stranger to, as he takes the Patriots one first down closer to the Super Bowl. Last snap before the 2-minute warning, another handoff to Henderson, making guys miss and taking defenders with them en route to a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 6 as we head to the 2-minute warning. All tied up at 30. Who is going to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara? 2 minutes to decide a winner here at Empower Field at Mile High Stadium. We've got 19 people in here and plenty of faces in chat. Don't forget to drop a like if you have enjoyed. I don't know how you couldn't have. 2 minutes to go. May takes this one himself, calls his own number. Drake May down the sideline. Touchdown Patriots, the MVP. Makes the play of the game, and what a call from Vrabel out of the timeout. Unbelievable. Second-year quarterback in his first year with Mike Vrabel. But the chemistry between these two, dangerous. Unbelievable. I had to throw in the MVP there. I had to do my Gus Johnson, you know. Give him the Heisman. I had to. It's too good of an opportunity. Borregales again for the point after. Much cleaner exchange that time. It's up and through. Patriots go 7 plays in 72 yards. And after all the momentum in the hands of Denver, after the scoop and score from Dre Greenlaw, New England finds the end zone and takes their lead right back. I don't know. That'll be my next poll. I'm going to throw this poll up here. Who is the MVP? Why not? Who wins MVP? I just want to know who you guys think deserves it. As Borregales will kick it off. Broncos will return from inside the 5-yard line, left side, R.J. Harvey to the 25. I just want to know your guys' input on this one. Because I truly feel like I think Stafford will win it, and I do think he deserves it. But I could absolutely see Drake May taking the MVP. There is no right or wrong answer here, I feel like. So, vote on what you think is right at the end of the day. I guess that drive might have spoken loud volumes, but hey, the Rams play tomorrow night too. Matthew Stafford has a chance to rebuttal on the Drake May potential game-winning drive, but Jarrett Stidham stands between them and the Super Bowl. Marvin Mims on the catch and run. That's a Bronco first down. Denver able to move the chains on the opening play of the drive, and they will burn an early timeout here at the 40-yard line with a minute 45. Might have been an injury I didn't see. That happened somewhere. Surprising. Timeout call nonetheless, as the Patriots need one stop to get back to the biggest dance on the gridiron. Marvin Mims again in press coverage. Stidham checks it down, completes to Harvey. Just got to chip away at this defense. Spillane lays out the running back who was angling toward the sideline there. Won't find it. And we are under 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the AFC Championship game. Dak made the playoffs. The argument would be Dak or Stafford, so true, maybe, potentially. Minute 20 and ticking. Stidham fires this one down the seams, and it goes through the hands of Sutton. And you got to give some credit there to the defensive back. That was Marcus Jones in coverage. Looked like he got a hand in the passing lane and made his biggest play of the AFC title. Jarrett Stidham trying to figure out who's coming on the blitz here on 3rd and 4. Extra blitzer does come. Stidham gets it away. It's a first down to Sutton. One heck of a hero ball play, and a timeout taken by Denver to make sure their quarterback can get up and get back into a huddle. DMX playing in the background. Pretend you don't hear it. I don't want to get copyrighted on this, but yes, Madden does have a lot of loud stadium music that I could probably go in and manually turn off myself, but why bother? Help set the mood. Broncos down to their final timeout. Stidham on the pitch. That looked a little Mahomey. R.J. Harvey picks up 8 underneath to the 37 of New England. I had to at least once. He gave me the chance to. You know Tony Romo would be foaming at the mouth. Oh, Jim, look at that, Jim. Only other guy I can think of in the league that does that, Patrick Mahomes. Under a minute to go. Stidham steps up. It's caught. Lil Jordan Humphrey down at the 30. And the Broncos might have to pace themselves up here. They're running out of time. They got to go. Stidham trying to be the hero. Would they go for 2? Also a possibility. Perhaps taking too much time, though. 20 seconds to go. Stidham will check it down, complete to Ingram, and he didn't get out of bounds. Timeout, Denver. Their final timeout. And so now, maybe 3 end zone shots to give the Broncos a chance. Tony Romo does love the Bills. I forgot. That's more of a Collinsworth thing. They would have an absolute feud if they have it in the same booth together. That is true. Good points. Denver out of timeouts, cannot afford to get tackled inbounds. Stidham, step it up. Can he find somebody? Not this time, fires it incomplete. Madden moment incoming. They have unironically gotten a little bit better about that in this Madden. Like, some of the in-game updates since we have had this game in the summer have made the clock management better, if you guys have been with me throughout the last couple of streams, but we'll see what happens here. Likely 2 more shots to the end zone for Jarrett Stidham. Pocket breaking down, fires an incompletion. It is 4th down. And he felt the heat breathing down his neck. And rather than take a sack and lose it right there, why not give yourself one more guaranteed shot if something can open up? McDaniel did sign. Wow, that's huge. 4th and 3, the AFC title comes down to this. Stidham, dancing, steps to his right, and he is sacked. Christian Barmore gonna send the Patriots to Super Bowl 60. Stidham couldn't stay upright, and time will expire? No, it's turnover on downs. I'm stupid. Never mind. Unbelievable, though. I forgot it was 4th down. Like, what's the clock doing? Oh, my gosh. Unreal. And a sight that Patriots fans didn't have to wait too much longer to see. A quarterback in victory formation in the AFC title game. Drake May will take New England to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara as they await the winner of the Rams and Seahawks. Should be an incredible game coming up tomorrow night, live on MSG Productions. But New England will advance. What a game, man. From the opening play, Marvin Mims goes 70 yards from a Jarrett Stidham bomb. We got a scoop and score in there. We got some gritty Bronco defense, but the Patriots were just too much at the end of the day. Drake May calls his own number out of the 2-minute warning to score the game-winning touchdown. Nearly an hour in 20-minute live stream, and I appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you're ready to join me tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Rams Seahawks. Hope to see you there. Highlights of this coming out Thursday. Can't wait to get the NFC title game.